Hello, peoples. It is time for a Christian Combs update. Well, we all knew Justin was in trouble, but now Christian is too, baby, and it does not look good for him. Ooh, Christian Combs allegedly SA'd, reportedly captured on audio recording during a studio set. And guess who caught that shit on tape? No other than Rodney Jones. That boy is slick. Omar K., who was 25 at the time of the alleged assault, worked as a steward providing dinner and drink services on a yacht from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. God damn, girl, you was probably getting paid. And Omar K. as a steward got to see everything from recreational party mixes to ex-workers to constant drinking. She saw it all. So on December 28, 2022, Omar K. was informed that Christian Combs would be joining the yacht and he would be working on his album and working with the producer, Little Rodney Jones. Now, Omar K. stated that Christian would show up very intoxicated and he would be very, very interested in where he would try to persuade her to be intoxicated with him. And let's just say the more shots Christian encouraged her to take, the more aggressive he got with her, allegedly.
Diddy's son is being sued, and this comes just days before there's a verdict in the Diddy trial. And also, Diddy is included in the lawsuit as well. So let's break it all down. I'm an attorney and I read what happened, so you don't have to. A new lawsuit just dropped, this time naming both Diddy and his eldest son, Justin. According to the complaint, Justin, then 23, back in 2017, messaged a Louisiana woman on Snapchat about her, quote, desire for a career in entertainment. She sent him risque photos at Justin's request. Same day, he offers to fly her to LA for the weekend. Quote, Dad and I can get you a TV job. Jane Doe lands in LA, climbs into a back SUV, arrives at a Beverly Hills rental that Justin calls the Glass House. She expects nightlife, but instead they stay in all Friday and Saturday. And when she asks if they're ever leaving, Justin snaps no. The complaint alleges that Justin orders both alcohol and substances, which she believed were laced, and then offers her substances. After they take them, 3 men wearing masquerade masks arrive. She recognizes one by build and mannerisms, and Justin calls him Pops. They take her to the upstairs bedroom and she allegedly gets told, you better let this happen or else. Doe alleges that each man took turns assaulting her from Saturday night through midday Sunday, while she was unable to fight back due to the substances. On Monday, the driver returns her to LAX, and Justin keeps dangling a remote TV job and reminds her that he saved those Snapchat photos and could release them at his pleasure. The lawsuit alleges battery, violence, negligent supervision, plus damages for future and past lost earnings. The defendants, Diddy, Justin, Combs Enterprises, Bad Boy Entertainment, and 10 Doe co-conspirators. Diddy's team responded. Mr. Combs has never essayed or trafficked anyone. He is confident he will prevail in court. Jane Doe claims that she suffered severe emotional distress, fear, anxiety, physical injury, and trauma. And she's asking for a jury trial, compensatory, and punitive damages. This complaint comes just a few days before the verdict. So let me know your thoughts and let me know if you have comments or questions down below.
I'm not a lawyer, but I read all 31 pages of the latest lawsuit filed in the Diddy universe. So let me recap what's being alleged. If you haven't watched my last video, please go watch it before you continue on with this video. Okay, so the attorney that filed this lawsuit is Tyrone Blackburn on behalf of a woman named Grace. And the suit is filed against Christian Combs, who the lawsuit notes is a 25-year-old auto-tuned and heavily edited rapper. And then before listing out details for the next defendant, who is Sean Combs, the lawsuit says, quote, unfortunately, as the saying has it, the apple does not fall from the tree. Sean Combs has been accused of several acts of SA, violence, and other deplorable conducts, and is the father of Christian Combs, who has seemingly taken after his father and the family business of reckless partying, violence, and other illegal conduct. There's also some other John and Jane Does who are listed as defendants. Okay, so when you get to the allegations in this lawsuit, it says that Grace was a stewardess in the yachting industry. And in December of 2022, she and her team were informed that they had been hired to work on a particular yacht during the holiday period. And it turns out that the person who chartered that yacht was Diddy. So while on the yacht, Grace works the shift from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., which included dinner and drink service for the guests. The suit says that the makeup of the yacht quickly evolved from just Diddy and his family to a constant rotation of suspected sex workers and other A-list celebrities. The suit continues on to say that Grace found it very suspicious that after one shot of De Leon tequila or one mixed drink, various women on the yacht would be falling over themselves, panicking, or passing out, which led her to reasonably believe that the alcohol given to these women was likely laced. It then says that Grace was aware that Rodney Jones, a producer who was employed to work on the Love album, quote, was required to be on standby for musical recordings, often late into the night. So on or about the early morning of December 28th, 2022, Grace is told that Christian Combs was coming over to the yacht to record in the yacht's makeshift recording studio. So the suit alleges that Christian came over and was heavily intoxicated, but that didn't stop him from ordering more shots. And then the paragraph reads, quote, defendant Christian Combs was playing Cassie's Me and You in the background. Cassie was an artist under S. Combs and was his former love interest, who also accused S. Combs of SA and mental abuse. So Christian, according to this lawsuit, asked Grace to bring him some shots, and then according to her, he started pressuring her to take shots from a bottle that he may have brought on board with him. She says out of wanting to be polite, she took them. But then, according to her, Christian insisted that she stay chatting in the studio and sit beside him. Grace says that she asked to leave, but Christian allegedly became aggressive to the point that he, quote, violently grabbed her arm and began hurting her. He pulled her to the seat beside him and prevented her from getting up. He then forced her to take another shot. The suit continues on to allege that Christian touched Grace's body and also tried to kiss her neck, face, and hands. Grace says she doesn't remember everything because of the alcohol, but she alleges that Rodney Jones has an audio recording of the incident. And then they provide a transcript of some of the incident that seems to be based on the recording that Rodney Jones allegedly has. So after the incident, Grace says that she left the studio, but a short time later, Christian called for her and, quote, demanded that she find him a place to sleep on the yacht. So she ends up directing him to the movie room, which has one door to exit and enter. Grace says that she entered the room, but then she alleges Christian blocked her from leaving it. According to the lawsuit, she then went into a corner of the room and Christian became, quote, physically and extremely aggressive. He cornered her and started to touch her. He then undressed himself and tried some other stuff. But Grace says she began fighting him, and then her partner, who was on board with her, came in the room, which is how she was finally able to leave. The following day, Grace says that she told the captain, but he only berated and scolded her about the incident, and then assigned her to work front of the house, which required personally serving Christian Combs while they continued to be on the yacht. The suit also alleges that the captain received a generous tip from Diddy in order to keep him quiet. In what seems to be a signature for Tyrone Blackburn lawsuits, this lawsuit also includes redacted names and footnotes about who those people really are. It also has some other allegations with some names redacted. Grace says that she has suffered greatly as a result of this incident, including losing her partner, falling into a depression, and other things, which is why she's suing for assault, battery, SA, premises liability, which is specifically against Diddy since he was the one that leased the yacht, aiding and abetting, which is also against Diddy because according to this lawsuit, Diddy knew that an assault was being or going to be committed because he encouraged and fostered an environment and culture to his son and employees to do whatever they want to the yacht staff. Some of the other causes of action includes intentional infliction of emotional distress and negative infliction of emotional distress. She's asked for a jury trial, so like the other lawsuits, we will see how this plays out. As always, docs are on my Patreon, and if you don't want to join my Patreon, don't.
Oh my God, the allegations surrounding Diddy and his family just keep getting crazier and crazier. Now his youngest son, Christian Combs, is being accused of SA and inebriating a woman against her will. Now, in an exclusive report by the Jasmine brand, it is being reported that Christian Combs is being accused of SAing somebody. Now, earlier today, it was reported that Christian Combs is being named in a looming lawsuit accusing the rap star of SAing and inebriating a woman against her will. In an exclusive statement to the Jasmine brand, attorney Tyrone Blackburn confirms this and tells us that Diddy is aware of the lawsuit his son is facing, and Diddy's attorneys have also been informed. Now, keep in mind, Tyrone Blackburn is the attorney of the victim, and they are claiming that the victim has photos and proof of their injuries. He is also alleging that the lawsuit will be officially filed in the next upcoming weeks. Now, this entire situation is also unfortunate. I don't know if these allegations are true or made up, but things are really hitting the fan concerning Diddy and his family. But I'm curious to know what you guys think about this entire situation. Do you guys feel like Christian Combs could have did this, or are we trying to go after him because of all that is going on? I'm curious to know your thoughts on this entire situation in the comments. Let me know below. Peace.
More drama for Sean P. Diddy Combs in the fact that his son, Christian Combs, now has a looming lawsuit that is going to supposedly happen where they are accusing his son, Christian, of SAing and drugging women in this lawsuit. What's interesting is the lawsuit hasn't actually been filed yet, so the details are a little bit sparse of what are going to be accused and alleged with these allegations that are very similar to allegations that have been put in lawsuits against his dad. What's interesting about this as well, as you know, we've talked about Sean Combs, P. Diddy, what's going on with him with the federal raids. They raided both of his houses and they took a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be interesting if federal crimes or state crimes come to play. Civil lawsuits are going forward, but now this is just another, layer of that his son is possibly going to be civilly sued as well. And, you kind of make the comparison of the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So is Christian, followed in his father's footsteps, and therefore, bad behavior should require and get consequences because of it? Or do you think that this is just kind of this witch hunt that they're just going to go down until they can, take the entire family down? I don't know. I want to know what you think.
Like father, like son, it allegedly seems. 50 Cent posted this article saying that Diddy's son Christian is accused of SA in a new lawsuit. So let's talk about it. A woman is alleging that Diddy's son Christian King Combs SA'd her while she was an employee on his father's yacht. This complaint was filed on Thursday in LA County. According to court documents obtained by People, Grace Omarkai accused Christian of SA harassment and infliction of emotional distress while she was working on a boat chartered by Diddy in 2022. In the filing, she said she had been 25 years old at the time and worked as a steward on the yacht providing dinner and drink service to guests. But around December 28, 2022, Christian boarded the yacht to record with music producer Rodney Little Rod Jones. Yes, the same Rodney who filed the lawsuit accusing Diddy of SA. She alleged that when Diddy's son came on board, he was heavily intoxicated and paid particular attention to her. She also claimed that he pressured her to take a shot of tequila, and after she took the drink, he became aggressive, and she said she quickly suspected that the tequila had been spiked after previously witnessing another woman fall over and pass out after one drink. She claims that is when things escalated, and that is when she was SA'd. The complaint claimed to have audio recordings taken by Joan of Grace declining alcohol, saying she had to leave, and telling Christian to stop touching her with what sounds like kissing noises in the background. Grace said in the claim that she was finally able to leave the studio and attempted to get back to her duties. However, she said that Christian found her again later in the night and insisted that she find him a place to sleep. She claimed that after she directed him to the yacht cinema, which was another sleeping space, he blocked her in and began groping her. She alleged that he had grabbed her arms and was trying to force her to perform oral on him, and even included photos of bruising on her arms that she claimed were caused by Christian grabbing her. Grace said she fought him off until someone else walked into the room. In the filing, she said that she had complained to the yacht captain the next day, but alleged that he did not believe her and that he did not investigate. She also claims that the captain had retaliated against her until she was let go a few months later. After being terminated, she claims in the lawsuit that her mental health deteriorated. She also suffered from anxiety, panic attacks, and severe unaliving ideations. She also claims that she developed an ED and epileptic seizures as a result of the incident. Diddy was also named as a defendant in the lawsuit for aiding and abetting his son in the alleged assault and under premises liability as the person who chartered the yacht.